Hello, this is David, the Backyard Ufologist. It's so nice to be here with you. I'm glad that you joined us here on this September 27th. I've been really meditating on things around here, what I'm seeing in the backyard. And of course, Brandon over at Orbs in the UK did a documentary. It really got me thinking. It gave me a revival. I already knew all that stuff, but it really woke me up again, and I appreciate that, Brandon. And I appreciate you featuring me in that. So if you missed that, go to Orbs and you can see his mini documentary. It was really, really good, and it really hit home with me again. Like I said, it was a revival. The meditation, I think it was either my spirit guide or guardian angel. You know, I do a clearing sometimes 4 times a day here, and it's been almost 4 times a day. This is a big energy area here, and a lot of stuff goes on that's paranormal, and I believe it's a combination. I believe it's spirits. You know, there's a cemetery not too far from here, so it could be spirits. It could be extraterrestrials, but I'm thinking more interdimensional beings, and it can be spirits, and it can be, you know, extraterrestrials in that realm also. I ask them to come, and they come, but this guardian angel, I just felt this euphoric feeling. It wasn't real intense. It was like a balance. You know, it was okay. I felt great, but it didn't go overboard, and it didn't go down. So it was really nice, and I think I got some answers to some of my questions that I've been asking. And another thing, what I'm going to do is start doing 2 to 3 shows a week, and it's a lot of work. And I've been doing a lot of shout outs to everybody. I'm going to start putting that in the description box, if you don't mind on that, because I take like 15 minutes to do that. I love everybody, and I want them to be recognized, you know. But they know it. And I ended up watching everybody's video and not working on my own stuff. So it was kind of crazy. So I had to stop that. So I'll be putting you in my description box from now on. And I know you understand that because, you know, I see how you guys do too, you know. You're on a investigation. You're doing your job, you know. So that's what I'm going to be doing is my job. So maybe 3 shows a week now. And I'm cutting them down where they'll be shorter. I know I go on and on. I want to show everything, and I want to tell you everything that I feel and what's going on. But the only shout-outs that I want to do live is Show Me the Light, Anthony, Christian, and Damon in Australia. They have been really good people to me. I've been with them since the start. I had already been started, but we just kind of hit it off because when I was a little bit younger, a lot younger, I was doing what they were doing. I had that energy, and, you know, the experience that I got was just great. And at that time, it was really a big deal, you know. I was able to go out with TAPS. TAPS is like an hour away from me, and I did one of their classes. Well, a couple of their classes, and I was able to tag along a couple of times. And some of the big ghost investigating teams here in New England. Went to Massachusetts. I was with Dark Angel. I was with a lot of these paranormal investigations teams. And we were on the Maury show when they were doing their paranormal segment. I got to meet the Ghost Adventures guys, Zach, and all of them, and it was a lot of fun. We didn't make any money. You know, that's one thing. I didn't make any money at all, but we got some exposures. And then I had my own team called CT Ghost Chasers. I still have my website up, but it directs you back here to my YouTube channel. I've got to redo my website. You know, it's just so much time in a day. And then when you're not making any money at this, you know, it's kind of back priorities. It kind of gets back on the back channel. So the back burner, if you will. So I'm doing the best I can do with what I got. So Show Me the Light, Anthony, Christian, and Damon in Australia, doing a great job. They were at Carnival. Can't talk today. I can't talk anytime. Anyway, it was really good. It was, they caught a lot of stuff, and what a great job to go to the haunted carnival. Carnival. I can say it now. I don't know what's going on with that. Orbs Branding, I sure do appreciate, you featuring me in that documentary. It really did wake me up. Try to be serious about this. I know I get a little silly sometime. I have to laugh at myself. I'm showing you warts and all, you know. Proper Paranormal, Stephen Criddle, and he's got some great pictures of Stonehenge autumn orbing is what he calls that. That's really cool. He's caught some really good ones there on the autumn equinox. He was there, and he's showing all that he caught. And Ley Orbs, I guess you're in France or Canada, I'm not quite sure, but wanted to do a shout out to them. They've been very nice to me, and that's the shout outs that I'll do today. So to cut it down. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. And this is the first picture. And I've only got 14 pictures today. I have like 100 pictures, so I had to split it up. I couldn't do 100 pictures. I'd be here 2 hours, you know. Well, anyway, here we go. This was every once in a while, a wave will come through here. No fog, no clouds or anything like this, and it's just some plasma that runs through this Hammonasset Ley Line. And check it out. You can see, I don't know, you see the two eyes right there and the nose? There's an entity here. And I don't know what this is. It might be some background from the tree. So that's kind of hard when you see that. And, wow. It was just so many of them. And you can see there's an entity. I get as far as I can. Right here. So you can see right here, there's an entity in this one. There's something down in here. And you know, I miss a lot of stuff. Sometimes I can see it better on the big screen, and then sometimes I can see it better on the smaller screen. It's just according how the orb looks and what's inside of it. I know when I'm working out, sometimes I'll just watch my show to pass the time while I'm on the treadmill, and I can say, wow, I missed that. That was right in front of my face. But there's so many things here, like this right here. There's an entity. This looks like a panther right here. The eyes right here, the two eyes, the nose, and the mouth. A lot of feline beings here. You know, the feline beings were the protectors of kings and emperors back in the ancient times and in India. And you can even see the paintings of them sitting in the big chairs. And this right here, some kind of serpent, maybe. It looks like it is to me. It's been a lot of snakes showing up over New York and Connecticut in the air. And here's one right here that's in the orb. And I do 1 John 4:1-4. They don't hang around long if they are malevolent. And because I believe in my faith, and I believe that that works. And I do give them the test. And they have universal law, they have to leave. So it works. And here's an entity here. You can see there's a cat. And a lot of these things are the same ones that's been showing up. And you see this guy, looks like a profile of a guy. His mouth, his nose right there. And it's just so many in here. I could spend an hour showing you all of these entities that are in these orbs here. You know, and another thing, here's that portal right there. You see that thing is just really, really pumping. So all kind of entities are coming out of that. It's just so crazy. You can see the transparent, the plasma, the ghostly. You know, I think the same. You know, some of these dimensional, well, most of the dimensional beings are in the same neighborhood or are cousins to the ghosts that are local. They kind of look the same, you know. They kind of come at you the same, for sure. But lots of orbs out there. I was just overwhelmed this week. Look at this guy up here smiling. Oh, wow, isn't that something? And this right here is one that I caught. And if you could see, there's a person right here. Look at the two bright lights right here shining through, and all the energy around it. You see that right there? Isn't that something? Yeah. And this guy right here, this is an entity right here. And you can see a face right here. It's just layers of dimensions. And you can see something goes on right in here, and it kind of changes. So something's just peeking through this one too, but this is a dimensional doorway or a Merkabah. I think this is more of a doorway right here with all these entities, and they're overlapping each other in different, dimensions. Like you have the fourth dimension, the fifth, the sixth, and they go in front of each other. And that's why we see them like we view them. And I did turn this around about 90 degrees and lightened it up a little bit more where you can see this entity standing. And, it's really wild. Look at this. Here's your classic gray head right here, extraterrestrial. You can see his chin, his two eyes, his nose, his mouth. He's got a cloak on or something. And I don't know what he's holding. I wished I could really get this all cleared up and see if I could get it. You could see what he was holding, and there's something that comes off right here. It might be a tail. Who knows? But I am working on trying to get Photoshop. But you can see right here, I don't know. This is some kind of window or square right here. I don't know. It's something that's inside this one too. So I wanted to bring that up and show you. That's an extraterrestrial right here. I mean, it's just, to me, it is. I don't think it's a ghost. I think it's a traveler. And then you can see that face. Did you see that face before I clicked off right here? That big face right here, the eye here, nose. And then here's a face here of an extraterrestrial. It's got the big head, elongated head, you see. I don't know. It's just overlapping from the dimensions. That's for sure. But they wanted to be seen, that's for sure. Okay, and coming right over here, I don't know if this is just a fairy or a night moth, but I wanted to show you, and look at the energy around it. This is a fairy to me. I really believe it is. I'm starting to believe. Because there's just no other bugs or anything around, and it's been kind of cool. So they don't come out when it gets really cold up here. And here's another one. That almost looks big enough to be a bird, but I got to looking at it. I see eye here. You see the nose and the mouth. Has a big head here and the body. And I wished I could see the legs. But you see here's the wings right here. So, I'll leave it up to you, to what you think it might be. But yeah, I'm saying that's a fairy. And it's right in the fairy circle too, around these granite quartz boulders here. And two more little things right there. But I wanted to show that too. And it's another fairy, I think. I don't know what this is. And that's as far as I can get it zoomed in. But you can see there's like a big X. And I don't know. I was saying it's a fairy. Maybe some kind of doorway, some extraterrestrial. Who knows? A little something there I can't make out. And that could even be the leaves. A little blue dot. Could be camera artifact, It could be. I don't think so. It just shows up too much. And then they're not all the way in this reality. You can see, here they are right here, the orbs with another blue dot there. A little orange dot right there. And two more. Three more, yeah. And it's really hard to see what they are, but they're there. Even when you don't think that they are. Now, this really tripped me out. This is an IR camera setting. It's on the IR night shot. And it's a Canon camera. It's a little bit older one, but it does a really good job. And I said, what in the world have I captured here? And so I want to bring it up here and show you. I said, well, that looks like 2-1. And I brought it up closer. And it's a guy standing in a cloak and another guy right beside him. I don't know if he's kneeling, looking up at him, or he's just a shorter guy looking there. And then you have an entity right here. You see the two eyes, the nose, and the mouth right there. And then you got one that looks like a skeleton right here. See, you can even see the teeth, the nose, the two eyes. All kind of things. Look at this guy right here. You see this guy? He's got two eyes, nose, and a mustache going right there, and a beard. See him right here? Yeah, that's wild. It's all kind of stuff. Animals, You see all kind of entities. It's wow. And I don't know, these bones, or is this just the tree? It may just be the tree, but it's some kind of plasma doorway, a portal, vortex that's opened right there. And if you look real closely, you can see more faces and ears and eyes. And here's a guy right here. See, right here with the nose and the eyes right there. And a guy right there. You know, this is not Padoria to me. Now, this is real. This is what I see. We are seeing the unseen world. We cannot see it with our visual spectrum. Our visual spectrum will not pick up this stuff. But we're showing you, and we're picking up the invisible world in my backyard. And here's some more orbs passing through. And, you know, I know you're going to see what you see. And I'm going to see what I see. And sometimes we see some of the same things together. So I would like to hear what you think they are. Yeah, I really can't make it out. You know, when I'm here live right now, and I still got a lot of light in my eyes there, but, you know, when I'm by myself and I'm just kind of hanging out and looking at it myself, you know, on a smaller screen like my iPhone, I see a lot more things. I say, how did I miss that, you know? But you can see it. I'm showing it to you, and that's all I can do, you know? That's all I can do is just show it to you. Now, this guy right here, you know, if you get it up closer, it's harder to see. But you can see there's a lot of faces. It almost looks pixelized. There's so many faces in here. You see noses and mouths, and see these two eyes, nose. That's a dog right there. And right here is an entity. And some of them look canine, for sure. I don't know what that's about, unless they're from Orion, the dog star system, huh? That's what I've always heard. I don't know. But here's a guy right here standing, you know, he's like 90 degrees here, or 45 degrees, I'm sorry. And you see the head and the body right here. I could turn it around, but you see what's going on here. And you can see the lines. It's just different dimensions, for sure. Wow. And I caught this. I thought it was a leaf, but it's that same fairy that was over there in the last couple of pictures I showed you ago. And you see the two eyes, the nose, and look at the energy coming off of that sucker. Yeah, and you can even see the shadow. You can see the shadow of the entity, is as far as I could get it. And when I get Photoshopped, this is really going to be a lot better. It almost, I don't know, but you can see that this, I'm saying this is a fairy. And I've seen this before several times, yeah, a year ago. And this is the quartz boulder right here. It's got the, you know, the quartz in it. And you can see faces on it right here. Look at this guy right here. Two eyes, nose, and a mouth. Two eyes, nose, and a mouth right there. You got it. There's a guy right here. Look at this. It's that same one, it looks like. We saw just a few minutes ago, where you could see the teeth, or the same species of entities. All kind of different faces in these. And there's something right here looking, saying, oh, wow. You know? I don't know what that is. It's some kind of animal that we cannot see with our own eyes. And I really believe that. Here's another orb. I don't know what's in this one. But look at this. That's weird. It's some kind of symbol right here. Don't know, but it's something. What do you think it is? It's on a pedestal, too. See it right there? I mean, that's not just some kind of artifact right there. And then you got a guy right here. Two eyes, a nose, and a mouth. Just, you know, it's right here on the fairy circle, right on the granite. And you see a face right there on the granite quartz right there. A lot of energy here, like I said. But see, this one right here is what I wanted you to see. There's another one right there. See, right there's an orb. But this one, you can see the shadow really easy. It's kind of crazy. The spiritual world is really active right now, more than it has been in a long time. I believe there is a spiritual war going on. It's good against evil. It's happening now. I can feel it. And a lot of the people that are intuitive like us, we feel these things, and it hurts sometimes. Sometimes I can feel the weight of the world, the people. It's so negative sometimes. They're so hateful and all kind of different stuff going on. I remember one Christmas, here I go off on my rambling. I'm going to tell you real quick. One Christmas Eve, I was in Atlanta when I was doing acting as an character actor. And the peaceful feeling I felt around 10 o'clock in the evening, Eastern time then, and it was just such a warm feeling. I think everybody was very happy to be with family, and good things were happening, and I really felt that. So I think that has a lot to do with it too. But I did pick up on a lot of negativity going on, and it's not just here. This place right here, my little part of the world. Me and my wife do clearings, and like I said, sometimes 4 times a day, and I am a believer of Jesus Christ. And my faith, even if it's just as much as a mustard seed, it's just as much as being, 5,000 tons, it's the same. So I really do believe that we are protected. But it's universal law. But you see what's going on. Only benevolent entities are allowed here. I just don't want, I've had the hateful ones around, and I know when they're around, things start getting crazy, and hey, it's time to do a clearing. They'll sneak in through these vortexes. Okay, you see right here, 2 eyes, nose, and there's something coming off right here. I don't know what this is. It's kind of crazy. This is a guy right here. You can see this is like his profile. He's looking this way. And this looks like his dog right here. Doesn't it? Don't that look like a dog? It sure does. I wish I could get closer. But you can see these are just like I said, this is just like the 4th dimension, the 5th dimension, the 6th dimension. It's just, that's my opinion. Because when I see all of these faces, and animals and people and extraterrestrials lapping over each other, what we're seeing, what we're looking in is different dimensions. It's just the doorway, and that's for sure. I was listening to that guy 411, David Paulies, I believe is his name. He was an ex-cop, and he does the investigations of people going missing in national parks here in America. And, he said there was a guy walking one time, and he said he just happened to look up, and he saw a really blurry, distorted, just distorted in front of him, up ahead a few feet. He said he turned around, and he hightailed it out, and he didn't know what it was. And I believe that was some kind of doorway. I believe when you go through it, you can't get back. I think that's been talked about many times. On different programs. There was a guy that was in a field in Alabama, and he walked through his field and just disappeared, and his wife went out to look for him, and she could hear him talking but couldn't see him, and then eventually couldn't hear him at all. So who knows where he went? Another world, who knows? You never know what's going on, and especially these high energy areas. But when you have protection, I believe that helps. It gets it under control. You get entities in here, guardian angels, archangels, whoever you want to call them, and they start taking control of the area because you're asking and they're helping you. And I believe that does really happen on a spiritual level. There's a man or a baby right here. You can see right here. I don't want to call it a baby. It kind of looks like it to me, but it could be a very intelligent extraterrestrial, Then you got one down here on the bottom. And if you look real closely right here, you can see this looks like a dog. It's got 2 eyes and a nose, and the ears are long right here. You can see it. And if you look at it long enough, you see another dog. And then you see a picture here, a picture there. It's just a lot of spiritual energy and dimensions right there, I do believe. I really believe that. And right over the statue of the fairy, look at this. This guy's smiling. I like it when they smile. 2 eyes, the nose, and the mouth. You can even see his nostrils right there. Yeah. And then here's one that has some kind of frown on his face. He must be his hired helper or something. I don't know. He may be in the engine room. Okay. I don't want to make this too long. I've done it again, haven't I? I start rambling. Okay, 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth. That kind of looks like the man in the moon right there, doesn't it? But yes. Okay, 2 eyes, one here, nose, and a mouth. And there's something in front of him. Like I said, it's overlapping. You can see these lines. I believe these are the dimensional lines that separate each dimension. Now, that's just my opinion. I don't know if that's true or not. It's just my opinion, and I am presenting it as my opinion, not fact. But a couple of crosses or symbols right there, you can see. What am I doing? Wrong button, Dave. And let's see, that's as far as I can get it. Man, I wish I could get closer. Okay, let's see. Let's look at this. And these are leaves here. Now that looks like some kind of dog. See the long snout right here, the ears, the eyes, and there's a person right here looking through. There's some kind of symbol right here. You see that? Some kind of symbol. And then you can look a little bit closer, and it looks like it's a person or an extraterrestrial. And look at this profile of this person right here. The eye, the nose, the mouth. And if you just keep looking at it over and over again, you can just see all the dimensions. And that's for sure. A little something up there. Here's something on the portal that we keep seeing. And look, it's connected. It looks like it's connected to the ground there. And yeah, see a little something here. You can see things yourself, you know. There's 2 eyes, there's a mustache, there's his nose, his chin right here. There's something going across here. And there's something profile of an animal right here. Yeah, a couple of things right here. Okay. And let's see. Okay, now this is a bug. Now, this is what the bug looks like right here. See, why don't I catch them like that all the time? I mean, they're closer than this sometime, or just as close. But you can see this is some kind of mayfly or, I don't know, mosquito. Boy, that's a big mosquito if it is, isn't it? Look how far away that is. That's not a mosquito. That's I'm going to say that's a bug, but it could be a fairy, you know. But I'm going to say bug, you know. But, yeah, if that's some kind of fairy, that's a weird one, man. That's for sure. And you see entity right here in this one. You see the lines again going around. I don't know. That's kind of weird, isn't it? All kind of different faces. I know that you see other things than I do, and that's for sure. I was talking to a few friends, and they're so earthbound. You know, they don't even want to talk about the spirituality. You know, what are you looking at? What are those things you look at, Dave, you know, that you do on your YouTube channel? And I said, well, check me out, you know. I don't understand it, and I don't think I want to understand it. And I said, okay. So, you know, what do you do when people don't want to understand it? They ask you what it is. You start to tell them, and then they don't want to hear it. So, yeah, I try to tell the truth. If there was something that I did or mistaked something, I'll always correct it. I'm going to be truthful with you, that's for sure. But look at this right here. See? Eye. Look at the big mouth here, and you can see teeth. There's something here around the mouth. And I don't know, it looks like an ear up here on another one. You can just see right here. It's crazy. You know, I really enjoy this. I think about it when I wake up in the morning, and I think about it when I go to sleep at night. And, you know, I ask for clarity in my meditations. I always ask for clarity. And that's, you know, It's very important to me. See right here, you can see the faces in here. There are some of them that look scary, but that doesn't mean that they're evil or they're bad. I'm going to tell you, there's a combination. There's good and there's bad. And that's what I try to do. That's what I do. There's no trying to it. I keep the bad entities out of here. And I really do believe that I do that with my technique that I do. Because you know something? You know when there's things around. You have experience, I promise you. You'll know when you can feel it. I can tell you can feel it. I can go outside before I even take pictures, and I can feel it. I can say, uh-oh, man, this is going to be a night here. And it usually is. And I don't know if it's part of being intuitive or what, or in tune. That looks like an eyeball looking through, doesn't it? Yeah, it's just crazy. It really is. It's just crazy sometimes. But I've showed you all that. But that's what it looks like. The only thing I do is show it, and I bring up the contrast and the brightness. It is dark out there, I'm going to tell you. Now, this is an experiment I did. I had these big spotlights, and you can see the light right there on the ground, and they still showed up. I thought they would flee, but look at this one on the tree right there. There's an entity inside that, and that's somebody. I saw these old paintings when Jesus was getting crucified, and they had these little ships and men looking out, going by way up in the sky. That kind of reminds me of that. So I think those might have been Merkabahs. Maybe these people saw that. A lot of strange things happened, from what I understand, on that wild day. That's for sure. You can see this looks like a cat being right here. 2 cat eyes, the cat nose, the mouth right there, the feline beings, and another one right here. And you can see all kind of different stuff right here. There's an entity standing right there. There's his head, and this is his body right here. And in front of it, there is a face. You can see the face. It's these lines right here. It's just like windows and circles and different dimensions. I really do believe that. That's what I think that we're seeing. And where's the other one I wanted to show you? I think is this it? Okay, look at this. See the cat? You saw that. Yeah, look at the nose right there. The whiskers coming off right there. That's a big lion right there, I believe. And I don't know what this is right here. It's like, here's the mouth, the nose, here's an eye, here's an eye. It looks like a big giant, that's for sure. It comes out a little bit right here. I don't know what this is. There's something attached to this. And is that it? I think that's it. Yep. That's all I have for today. And I'm getting the Aurora coming up. Peter Maxwell Slattery at ECETI in Australia has been taking video with it. And I had a brief conversation with him through the comments. On his Facebook, because he's got they're disabled on his YouTube for some reason. I didn't ask why, but it is the Aurora night vision camera. It's mono. It's not as good as the 3rd generation. Those are $3,000, and I'm just way out of my price range. They're $800, like $799.99. Why don't they just say $800? And B&H has them in New York, and I went and I saw it the first week of March. And he said, hey, you buy it, take it home, try it out, look for UFOs, satellites, and everything, whatever. It's a really good night vision camera, and it's a digital camera. You don't even have to put a digital camera in to record your video. It does it automatically. It's mono. But the pictures and the video that Peter has caught, you can see that on his Facebook and YouTube channel. And it's really good. So I'm looking forward to that and catching the orbs. But these programs are going to be a little bit shorter, and I'm going to try to chop them up. I've got like over 100 pictures to share. And I'll try to do another program maybe tomorrow or the next day. Thanks for joining me. It's a little different now. And know that I'll be putting all the shout outs in the description box below. If you want to know what's going on, just read that. Kind of tells you everything going on. And I appreciate everybody viewing. So this is David, the Backyard Ufologist, saying have a great, safe weekend. And we'll check you back here in a day or so. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a good weekend, everybody. Bye-bye.